I moved it to the wrong spot. Okay, so Big Papa Pump says, thank you for not using clickbait thumbnails like everyone does. Usually, it's someone with a stupid reaction pointing to the video, trying to look surprised to show off something to a 10-year-old. It's frustrating. Thank you for not doing that. Have you seen those kind of thumbnails? Yes. Like, literally every single video everyone puts out has to have their face on it, no matter what the content of the video. It has to have their face in a weird overreaction. And it always has the same weird border around the head. It's like a yellow or white border, so their head stands out on the thumbnail. Okay? And it's just ridiculous. It's like every video. I'm staring at one right now. I'm not even shitting you. I'm staring at a thumbnail that looks just like that right now from our React playlist. Alright? Very, very, very hypocritical. Now, I'm not saying there aren't situations that make sense. Alright? Because, for example, there are some thumbnails on DSP Reacts that look similar to that. However, it's usually a timely thing for what I'm doing. So, for example, the channel DSP Reacts has a show called DSP versus the Internet. It's me reacting to the Internet. So the thumbnail is always going to be my face looking at a bunch of stuff that we're watching in that video. It's pertinent. And that's because that's the content. That's literally what it is. Alright? But if you notice, I don't do that in gameplay. Right? I don't do that on my podcast, right? I don't do that on any video that's not that distinct. Actually, that's what you'll find in the video. I'm not going to use that clickbait bullshit, okay? It always has been clickbait. That's been something they've been using for a long time. We were literally talking a couple months ago. We watched the Pro Jared documentary, and actually it was determined he was one of the first people to do those. Did you know that? Pro Jared was actually one of the first people on YouTube to take his big head and put it in a face like this or like that or like and then have that superimposed over whatever he was doing. And he actually got a lot of views based on that. It just became something fad on the internet. It's weird. I try not to abide by most of the fads. I don't. But it's not that I'm immune or I'm completely opposed to them. It's just that I want people to watch content for what it is. You know? Every video should not be me in a cartoony looking face, you know, screaming or doing something over something when it's not even what every video is, right? I don't think any of my gameplay videos should have that at all, quite frankly. I'm glad that we have... If you take a look into the styles between DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts, they're very different. You know, the React channel has a lot of React-style stuff that you would expect, while the gaming channel is focused heavily on the gaming aspects of everything I'm doing, rather than it being clickbait, you see?
Quick buck, quick buck, quick buck.
Oh, this is hilarious. This is actually a very interesting question. Are you ready for this one? If you're so moral, how come you're one of the least respected YouTubers? It doesn't manifest to people that are consistently moral. Because respect on YouTube has nothing to do with reality. That's why. Literally, the level of respect you get on YouTube has nothing whatsoever to do with reality. It has to do with perception. It has to do with fads. It has to do with memes. It has to do with drama. And sadly, in the last decade or more, people have found ways to wrap me up in their horseshit drama time after time after fucking time. Sometimes it's my fault, because admittedly, I'll get wrapped up in it and then I respond to it, and when you respond to drama, all it does is propagate more drama. But there have been many times when people have now determined it is fun to get Phil mixed up in our bullshit. And they will make shit up, and they will literally start entire campaigns about me and against me that I have zero involvement in. But because they do that, it creates drama. And now guess what? People just think of Darkside Phil as someone involved in drama. People who don't do this want to believe that this is like some kind of an amazing stress-free dream job, and they aspire because they want to do it, right? Someone who's this, this, and this. Literally the things that most people don't like me for have absolutely nothing to do with what we're doing today. Me sitting here having a fun podcast with you, or playing a game, or doing a React event. The things people don't like me for are things that they've either made up or they've extrapolated upon from private life that have nothing whatsoever to do with the content I put on the internet. But that's what I have to deal with, because that's what YouTube focuses on. YouTube doesn't focus on reality. It focuses on really immature, stupid shit, and people fall into that trap constantly. So you can say, well, why don't people respect you on YouTube if you're moral? Because so many immoral people pull me into their shit. It doesn't matter what or I say or do. What matters is all that white noise bullshit that people see first. You understand? If people go on YouTube and the first thing that they search for is Dark Side Phil, they're going to find 17, 18, 20 hate videos about all this controversial nonsense that literally is not real and is fabricated bullshit or based on a nugget of truth that's extrapolated into nonsense that's not true. And it has nothing to do with what I'm doing on my stream. Very rarely will you find any of this content have to do something about, oh, Phil really goofed today. He said something atrociously bad that hurt a bunch of people. You won't even find that. What you'll find is, oh, so-and-so said this about Phil. Oh, Phil refuses to do this and get sucked into drama. This or that. Oh, this stupid bullshit controversy about mobile games or this nonsense or that nonsense that literally has nothing what the fuck to do with what I do on the internet. He's the guy who just doesn't get reality. Nothing. Zero. That's what they've turned me into a weird drama meme. You understand? And that's fucked up because I don't have anything to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. I just want to be here and chill with my audience and have a good time. And for those who ignore that drama and actually come here and just relax with me, it's a great time. But that's the problem, is there's too many people wrapped up in bullshit. They're too stupid to realize that it is bullshit, and they just believe everything, and we love reveling in nonsense. Well, then live in your world of fucking nonsense. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not going to be involved in it. I refuse. Today, people trying to pull me in the drama. Guess what? I'm not taking the bait. I'm going to do my thing, do my own content, as I've always done. Why would I be wrapped up in drama? I'm not an idiot, right?
Do you really believe that?
I got a $1 tip. Someone says, it's not that you don't follow trends, it's that you don't do anything new, unique, or revolutionary. Well, admittedly, you might be right. It's because I've been around for 15 years, and my audience is a very long-watching audience who like what I do. You understand? Like, people who are innovators on YouTube, what are they really doing? Right? Drama shit. Right? Oh, look what I did. I did drama content that's fluff and meaningless and actually hurtful to people. Wow, you're a great innovator, aren't you? Right? Like, the things I'm doing, people tell me all the time have meaning. Maybe meaningful content isn't necessarily innovative, but at least it has some substance to it. And if people tell me every day, Phil, thank you so much for what you do. I listen to your podcast behind the scenes at work or whatever, and it really entertains me. It calms me down. I watch your gameplay when I get home from school or work after a stressful day. It really makes me feel good, puts a smile on my face. And I had a really bad day, and I watched your stuff today, and I had a great time. Or I jumped on your stream, and we actually had a conversation together live on your stream, which I can't do with any other content creator. And it was meaningful to me, and I appreciate that. Why do you think I'm 15 years in? All right? I don't have a ginormous viewer base. I don't. But I'm still able to do this as a job. Why do you think that's the case? Do you think it's because everyone thinks that I suck? No, it's because I have a dedicated viewer base that like what I do. Despite the fact that there are a bunch of morons on YouTube who literally have turned me into a negative meme, there's a substantial amount of hardcore viewers who like what I do. It's called curated content. It's content designed specifically for a certain group. You understand? And those people appreciate what I'm doing and support it, or else I wouldn't be here.
This was really stupid.
Yeah, people get a confusing thing here, all right? So, people look at other streamers who get made fun of on the internet. And if you look at other streamers on the internet who get made fun of constantly, if you look at the vast majority of the contributions they get, it's from people who hate them. It's from people who say, I hate you, I pity you, I think you're embarrassing, here's some money. Just keep the clown show going. That's literally what they get told on their streams. And these people are essentially making content and making money off of being derided. All right? I think that's sad. I think it's unfortunate that some people have to live like that. I don't have to. I actually make a living off of people who like what I do. There are tons of people who don't like me, and they're not the people who are here supporting me. It's actually people who like the content that support me. That's the difference that separates me from those other people, is that I actually have a fan base that enjoys what I'm doing. You see? So, thank God. Because I tell you right now, if I didn't have a fan base who appreciated what I did, I wouldn't do it. If it was just people shitting on me all day, I would not make any content. I would quit.
My name is DSP, better known as
Two-faced fat piece of shit. I wouldn't. The day that I feel that I don't have anything to contribute positive to the world, I will be gone from the internet. But that's not the case. You understand? It's the opposite. I get overwhelming levels of positivity and support, and I love that people see through. Oh, despite all the things that are against me, people see through it all. the smokescreen of horseshit and drama and immature nonsense that is YouTube. Excuse me. And they're able to see that at the core of it is someone like me who actually has passion for what he does and wants to keep going and helping people with that content. That's why I don't do the shit that all these idiots try to pull me into. I refuse, because I actually have dignity and self-respect for myself and the content I put out, and I have respect for my audience, that people want to see meaningful stuff and not crap. And I'm not going to make crap. I'm going to make good, positive stuff that's going to help the people who watch it. You understand? Okay.
I'm now the underdog of the internet again.